Hey everyone!
This is straight out of class where we talk about the tea.
Grab a seat, cause it's about to get real.
If you want to go into a JC and you want to take H1 or H2 math, actually you will see the first few topics being calculus, which is a differentiation, which is trigo, you have your integration, things like that. So actually, is AMath relevant to any of the maths that you take in JC? The answer is yes, and it's a very hard yes. Because there are a lot of kids that didn't take AMath and they struggle a lot when they are taking H1 math even. Yeah, and even as a AMath student, when I went to JC, I was also struggling with math, even though I knew all the concepts already. It's just like the concepts that you have and you take it one level up. So is it relevant in JC? Yes. In poly, I cannot really tell you unless you take a math course. But I would say in uni, if you want to take math courses or math modules, the answer is yes. Because they will also leverage on what you learned in H2 math before. Yeah, so kids who don't take AMath and they go into poly and then go into uni and want to take math courses or modules, they realize, well, actually there's a lot of things that they don't know. And they have to relearn everything. So I would say if you do take AMath, it is quite good for you because any science courses that you take will require some sort of math.
Yeah, I totally agree. In JC, right, you having AMath is an advantage.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, it's an advantage. Yeah, you realize that your H2 math, your H1 math will be easier.
So to take a H1, AMath is not compulsory. So it's really for those students who didn't take AMath before. For H2, I know it is almost mandatory, almost as in like you can opt to take H2, if I'm not wrong. But for different schools, there are aptitude tests, I think, if I'm not wrong. So you have to go and take certain tests to see whether you can take H2. Because there is a very big gap, there's like 2 years worth of AMath content for you to know before you can go into your H2 stuff. So I don't think it's compulsory, but I think if you want a definite chance of getting into H2, which is usually the science stream, then AMath, I would say 95% of the time, please go and take it. Yeah, H3 definitely, because for you to take H3, you must take H2. So if you don't take H2 math, you cannot go up to a H3. So in that regards, yes, you must take AMath in order for you to get into H3, unless you are so smart that you can pass the test, get into H2, then get into H3. Yeah, because usually H3, you don't take it when you first enter the school. It's more like, oh, you've been doing so well in H2, then they offer you, oh, do you want to take H3? And at the end of the day, if you really feel like, oh, by end of Sec 3, well, I cannot pass AMath, then actually there is an option to drop. So usually your school will come to you and tell you, I see that you're not doing well for the entire year, do you want to drop this subject, then focus on others? So don't close yourself to the option of not being able to take AMath, because once you reach the uni level, it actually closes a lot of paths.
Correct. In fact, right, I realized that for most schools, they actually make AMath compulsory.
Yeah.
Most schools do make AMath compulsory, right? In certain schools, for those students who are not taking AMath, they are required to take POA.
Yes, POA.
Principle of Accounts, right? Yeah. Principle of Accounts is all those like, if I remember correctly, is the interest rate.
The debit or credit.
Yeah, debit, credit. I would say it's more applicable to real life, right? Yeah, so I know that there's actually a lot of courses in poly. When you take POA in secondary school, you'll definitely be beneficial to you. Yeah, because there's some linkage to the poly courses. Yeah. So so it's either a POA thing or AMath. So it's either one for most cases. If you're struggling, just come and find this guy. That's all you need to do.
85% of the time you'll get in. That's our last year's rate. That's all for today.
See you in the next episode. Bye.